Hello everyone, and welcome to my first Halo 5 gameplay breakdown or review, whatever I want to call it. Coming here today. So, before I go into this, just want to say thanks to everyone who's been watching my stream the past couple of, well, since Halo 5 came out. You guys have been nothing but awesome. I guess this is the best time to just send a message to you guys and say you guys have been just awesome. I mean, there's always a couple of bad apples, but overall, it's been just a positive experience. You guys have just been really nice in the chats and just generally having conversations with me as opposed to the past, just blurting out random things for shock value, and I really appreciate it, guys. So, thanks a lot. So, going into this, I have a couple of things that I need to say first. I am not very good with the Halo 5 theater yet. I've used it once, so it's going to be a little sloppy. Just bear with me. uh, Also, I haven't played Halo 5 enough to be able to say this is the correct thing to do, and you just need to get better at doing the correct thing. I'm saying this is what I feel is the correct way to do, because I haven't played it enough. I don't know exactly what the correct move in it is or isn't, or whether you should hold high grounds, or whether regular Halo knowledge still works. But from the past, 2 weeks that I've been playing the game, it feels like I know enough that I can actually start doing these breakdowns. So without further ado, let's go into the theater mode. This one. So CTF on truth. Again, before I start this, I'm going to talk about some overall things in this game that I've been noticing that's, passed down from past Halos on, let's say, mid-ship, because this is basically a remake. So, we don't run the flag bottom middle before I start off. Don't run it bottom middle. Only if it's an accident, only if it's like, oh, I had flag in my hand and I had to jump out window. That's the only time. You're not really gonna like effectively cap a flag going bottom middle. Sure, you can go window to pink 1 or something, or window to car 1, whatever. Just don't run it bottom middle. It's pretty bad. As I found out, like the only open area of the map that you can see from basically anywhere is bottom middle. So if the flag goes down bottom middle, how do you really get to the flag without dying? I mean, it should be obvious stuff, but it's got to be reiterated because I see people do this all the time. So I chose this video as you saw me scrolling down through all the CTF truths. I wanted to do a CTF truth, and I really liked my play on this, and it'll help back up my theory, or just the way I think Halo 5 is being played, especially in its infancy, is that it's mostly just outplaying an individual opponent over and over and over again. It's not really like, there is still working with a team, but in matchmaking, really, that's what I've been noticing, and I think that's going to reign true for real games as well. Like, sure, there's teamwork involved, but on the most basic level, it's winning your one-on-ones through positioning. And so in this game, I utilize positioning. Like, you'll notice that either I always have high ground, I always have high ground, or I always sneak up on them. So they don't know I'm there, I get the first shot or something like that. Or I have the better position. I have cover that I can back up to in case I'm losing the battle, or in case I don't want to take it, I don't want to risk dying at all. So this is the things to look out for in this game, and it's the things I'm going to talk about mostly in this game. The only times that this doesn't happen is when I'm off respawn, it seems. So for some reason it starts off on a random point of view, so I have to switch it to my point of view. Like, why does it start on Dark Scorpion? Just go to mine. Alright. How do I get rid of all this stuff? That wasn't it. B? Alright, that helps a little bit. Is it still me? It is. Just started a little late. So I usually get the BR and go top middle, but didn't get the BR this time. Let me actually lower the gameplay volume so that I can talk over it. Something I forgot. 20%. Alright. So, just testing. Alright, also in games, I test out a lot of things. So if I have the high ground advantage, I might be ground pounding, or I might like go for the plasma caster to see how strong it is and to basically improve with it. Because it is a power weapon, it's just really hard to use if you aren't used to it. So yeah, off the start, this is just stuff that I'm testing. I go top middle for it. Didn't end up going very well, so I'm probably not going to do that too often. But just testing out game to game. So holding the power position card 2 while the flag's being run bottom middle, you see they're just trying to grab it, but you can't really grab it. And midship you could kind of do it because there's the little pillars on the bottom of the map like Heretic, and I mean it was possible to run the flag bottom middle, but on this map, look at that guy that just got melted because everyone can see where he's going. Camo guy sneaks up on me and gets me weak. I can't really use any parts of the cover. I can't use any of the shields because I'm going to get seen from somewhere else. If I sit behind this side to where window guy can't see me, it's hard to explain, but window guy can still see me. So yeah, I was boned. Camo guy. I can blame that on the camo guy killing me. I don't know if you guys blame deaths on things, but sorry, it's a bad joke. So just getting good shots off before pushing the base. This is just normal Halo play. So you really want to control the bubble. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, theater mode. So you really want to control the bubble and look into flag. But when you push into the flag, you need to do it as a team. So if he comes across more than that one guy that's over here, I can end up helping. And then once he gets the flag and he seems pretty secure, I end up backing up. But once he gets shot, I end up moving forward and making sure that he doesn't get randomly killed. So as he's running this flag, we see the flag is in pink 2, and I'm gonna end up trying to make a play for it. So this is a risk reward thing that I always end up talking about on my stream. Sometimes I end up dying randomly, and I don't know. So in this position, I can sneak up on the flag, get a flag kill, and get the return really fast. Or I can secure the flag going back to our base and secure a standoff. I like going the more risky route, as many of my fans know. So here we are just waiting in the base. This is something that happened in every Halo. You just you sneak up on the flag guy, whether it's crouch walking, whether it's just running without radar, it doesn't matter. This is just a standard Halo play. Boom. Got it. Woo, go me. That's a flag cap. So there it was, instead of securing the standoff, which is a normal play that you can make that no one can blame me for. I went for the more risky play. So now here it is, controlling bubbles. In this game, see, this is what I'm talking about in this game. You don't really want to sit car 2 and look across the map because then you lose your control on the bubble. You lose your control on the people walking up to you. You want to use this area right here, this wide open area that you can use to back up and bait and switch and stuff. That's where the teamwork comes in, but that's mostly from individual play. So instead of looking across the map, you want to secure your own side of the map, most importantly. So here I am rushing him. He ends up dying, and then make a quick play to the flag. I thought he was going to run it, and then I figured he wasn't going to run it, so I ended up running it. They ended up spawning in front of me. So this is a team mistake. I mean, someone needs to be controlling the bubble. And if So yeah, the spawns in this game are like basement, needles, flag, and bubble. And bubble's a pretty popular spawn, so you need to be blocking it. But I don't know, this feels like a team mistake. Like, somebody needs to be blocking it. End up trading, but my entire team goes down. I feel like overall it's a fine play. Kevy made a big mistake not running for the flag. I think it was Dark Scorpion. Yeah. Not running for the flag and pulling it, and just ends up abandoning me and is part of the reason why we lost that flag run. So they're running at top middle, something that people have been trying to do recently. It's not too bad of a run. So here comes me fucking up a grenade. And see, this is where it comes into like play again. I need to be controlling my area of the map. I need to be winning my 1v1s in a sense before I can help out other players. So I shouldn't be weak here. I should be able to push. I should be pushing into the base from the pink side right now. But because of that mistake, I need to just help now. I need to help ASAP, and I don't know. That was just a pretty bad play by me. So here, it's basically just, it doesn't matter what I do, as long as I don't die. And I need to be as useful as possible without dying, if that makes sense. So I need to wait for my team to spawn. Everyone always hears of wait for my team to spawn, as in like sit in a corner and wait for them to spawn so you can be useful. No, it's get in the most advantageous position while not dying. And so here's my way of doing it, is to get in a pretty weird position, missing a lot of shots because it's my third game of the day. Should have helped out earlier, but still not the greatest at this game. And then ended up dying. So if I was a little bit faster, I definitely would have gotten away with the flag there. And that's something that I am focusing on while I'm learning the game. So I heard him going for our Carter base, and then I ended up seeing him on the radar. So I'm trying to kill him. See, I'm trying to kill him without giving up my advantageous position. So here I am, not pushing, not only because of grenades. I mean, grenades are annoying. But if I poke out in this hallway, I'm like opening myself to many different places and losing the battle in case he comes in a flag. If I sit in this position, I can easily clamber up to the high ground and help out my team, or like semi help out my team while he's pushing into our flag. Just practicing ground pounds. But here it is again from an advantageous position. Instead of rushing him like a normal player, I just I ended up killing him like that. So here, that was a small play that I made. Is instead of sitting cartoon waiting for this guy to maybe rush up on me, I go top middle side and give myself an area to fall down if he does rush me. And then because he doesn't, I end up going back into their bubble and making a bad play, not realizing he's in their bubble. Yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty unnecessary death. Don't really have too much to say on it besides that. End up trading. See, that's a disadvantageous position. I'll just call it a bad position to be in, and I ended up trading, which is pretty good and pretty bad of him. So when you're in the good position, you should be able to win your 1v1s, and to end up trading in a position like that costs your team a lot. Now we have the confidence to pull the flag, and I mean, it's probably not going to amount to anything besides just being able to get outside of our base. Getting destroyed by the storm rifle. Figuring out new nades at the same time. Getting outBR'd really bad. uh, but again, that's him using cover to his advantage, making it hard for me to shoot him. So yeah, going to their bubble, off spawn, pretty important. Just controlling this area of the map stops him from going to this area of the map. Makes your team less worried about things, etc., etc. Get absolutely destroyed by that lucky nade. So they throw the flag up. Flag guy ends up going down. And yeah, that's just me getting from the bottom of the map while covering the flag to the flag getting tossed in and going to the top of the map. And while it seems pretty standard, it's not very like, you don't see people doing it in games, and I feel like I just need to talk about it a lot more because I feel like that's the biggest thing that players are just messing up in matchmaking games. So just going for camo. I see the guy on my radar going over pink, but I don't really want to worry about him. See, this is one of the cool mind tricks that I do. Is we see each other going into pink. I'm grabbing camo. He doesn't. I don't know if he knows I'm grabbing camo, but he's gonna be playing a lot more scared now that he knows that I'm over there or thinks that I'm over there. But instead, I just go to their base. It's one of the fun things that I do. I see if my teammate's touching the flag, and if so, I can bait this flag a lot harder. Putting on a lot of shots. Get a nice double. And my team gets absolutely destroyed by a double kill that grenade. Messing around with that gun. Oh. So honestly, not getting any resistance, so I'm just pushing into their base as fast as possible, into their window. This is a really good spot to be. Catching people off guard, yada yada yada. So because my teammate pushed in from their pink, and he didn't get any resistance, didn't get any pushback, I'm pretty sure he's on their car side. And because I jumped in their flag and I didn't get any radars, I'm just going to jump to their car before the people spawn. Like right now there's 2 dead and 1 in front of me, which is the flag guy. So instead of like slowly pushing into this guy, because CTF's only an 8-second respawn, which actually makes a big deal of difference in the pace of the game, you don't really want to take your time in pushing anyone. So I push the flag guy really fast. Make a big oopsie. And I feel like that was a big mistake, going for the flag that early. But I ended up tossing it top middle pretty luckily. Teammate's already top middle. Throws it into our flag and I spawn and woo! And finish it off. So yeah. I really hope that this game showed how much of a difference and how useful it is to control to win your 1v1s through better positioning. So either you control it first because you're a faster player, or you understand things so you know where they're going to be, so you get into the position first. Whatever it is, honestly, it's especially CTF truth. I mean, this ideology, it rings true for a couple of other maps, but I feel like this is the biggest one because there's so many choke points, like these small doors right here, that just holding a position like here and just looking is a pretty big bonus. But because pink side has no like bubble, and this is a pretty bad spot to be right here. I think you can stand right here. But because it has no spot like bubble, you don't really want to push in from pink side. So yeah, I guess I explained it pretty well. But yeah, mostly control when you're 1v1s through controlling power positions, and power positions isn't the same as it was like a year ago or 4 years ago in Halo 3. It's it's winning your 1v1s. It's not trying to shoot across the map. Oh, I'm pink 3 on Heretic, so I can see anywhere. It's mostly like, oh, I'm on their bubble, so they can't push out their car to me. Or it's I'm in their window, so they can't push into their flag, so we're gonna get a flag pull soon. Um, that's what I've been noticing through my experience in this game, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments, questions, or helpful hints for me, if you guys know theater mode better than I do, or if you guys know any, I don't know, just know anything, leave a message down below. Thank you very much for watching. A couple more of these to come.